Hiya! This is Pokeball35, and welcome back to more Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is stream 12, and what should be the final stream of Bonanza, and probably the final episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and this is all being streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, linked in the description down below. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including this full 100% playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza and many other things on the channel as well. I am streaming this the day after the previous episodes. Previously, we went through the rest of the planet to all of the other layers and grabbed all the rest of the bananas that there were. We did all the Bonanza rehearsals, and we did the final one in the Great Harmonial. And then the game just kind of ended. But now we're back. We're here on the Ingot Isle Cave-In, and we are going to do the final challenges. I ended last time with getting all of the music discs, so we have all of the music discs in the game, aside from one, which we get for having all of the bananas in the game. And I have done some grinding between yesterday and today. After I ended the stream, I did a little bit of grinding, and now I'm back. So, what I have here is we are now up to 968 bananas. Oh, I guess I didn't save the game. Can I do this again? I could have sworn I saved the game after I did this. Okay, I'm so confused. Okay, so here's the deal. The deal is, I went into, there's an area in the canyon layer. It's right underneath the, pretty much right underneath the warp gong. It's like Battle Challenge 1 on the canyon layer. It's just like you have a couple enemies and you beat them up, and it takes like 10 seconds to do. If you're wearing the tie that gives extra banana chips, you're getting like 20 to 30 banana chips every 10 seconds. So I was doing that for like 2.5 hours. And then I spent like another like 30 minutes on grinding money as well. I miscalculated some math, so now I have another 1,735 banana chips that I will never use. But you can run out of bananas, and they just won't sell you anymore. So I have maxed out on banana chip exchanges. And I was looking at some stuff last night, and I was talking to chat members in Discord, in the Discord server. And I specifically stated, and I even mentioned that I had, in my list, 969 bananas, and not 968 bananas. So I don't know how I lost one, because I could have sworn I saved the game, and now it's not letting me get one back, and all I've done is chip exchanges, so I don't know where that went. But also, we were at, I might have been thinking of this, I don't know. But we're at 769 out of 777 bananas here. I think I also accidentally forgot to do the chip exchange in this area, so I exchanged with this guy, and now we have that. So, we have everything that we could possibly need. I have maxed out on every other banana you can possibly get at the moment. So I have 13 more points. I'm gonna get the last apple juice. And grab the... Honestly, the snake Bonanza jump is more useful than the ostrich Bonanza golden eggs. So I think I'm gonna do that in case I need to do this for anything. But nothing else matters now. I'm going to assume the rest of the Bananium gems we're going to get are like the multi ones of 3 or 5. So all we have left before I talk to Grumpy Kong and get the last thing, we are going to do this. It is the boss rush. However long this is going to take, I don't know, but all the bosses in this game take like no time at all. So I don't know how long the rest of this game is going to take, but this is literally all we have left. I could be streaming this for 45 minutes or something. Bunch of boss battles times 5. Oh, hi there. DK! Donkey Kong! Yeah. Well, guess who? I thought You thought you'd see the last of me. You ain't that lucky. You're a pretty cocky Kong, begging for more battles like this. Well, you best get serious. You won't be fighting any first-level foes here. This is a good old-fashioned boss rush. I don't know what voice I'm doing for Cranky Kong at the moment. I really don't. That means it's back-to-back boss fights. If you're really ready, hop into that hole, and then it's like, on like, well, you know. It's on like Donkey Kong. I think it's really funny. I think Nintendo copyrighted that phrase. Because so many people were saying it's on like Donkey Kong. And it was even like referenced in like songs and movies and stuff. And Nintendo, they can't let anybody have any fun. So they're like, Donkey Kong, that's our thing. You can't say Donkey Kong in your song or movie or show. We have to copyright that phrase. So they did. They could literally have easily said it's on like Donkey Kong. Because it's their own game. But alright, let's do it. Whoa, okay. I couldn't tell where I was. Everything looked strange. This is a Zebra Bananza fight, but I don't even remember. My brain turned off. The arena just looked really strange for a second, so I was like, I had no idea where I was. Can I just do this? I'm trying. Okay. Somehow got that. Can I, like... Stop that. It's like super take you down. You're in like a very not great spot. I need to like pick up some of this snow. Somehow getting that. What? What? I'm trying. I'm not coming back this direction. And then I have to wait it out. If you could go like a little bit slower than that, that would be great. So I'm going. There was a couple bosses that had refights in this game, so I'm going to assume this boss rush is like all the bosses that didn't already have refights. Okay, yeah, they're multis. Give me this. Every single boss fight's a multi. Conquered in Flaminite. So there's that. We can get a heal. I beat you in like 2 seconds last time, so this is much better. Actually, can I just like... I'm not wearing the traction pants because I didn't think I'd be running into any more mud. So let's get up. That's as far as I can go up, though. Alright, this is much better. Well, you're very similar to the first one. You don't really do much different. I need to get up there, though. Can I... First of all, get that off. Get this back on. Wrong button. Wow, that doesn't hit me at all when I'm in there. Alright, well, quality refight. It was, like, nearly identical to the first one. Conquered Abracadabra. Jabra. Alright, that lets us get one of these. So I guess ostrich. Because who cares about zebra? And I only need a little bit more. Oh, Sinister Blusterwing. Okay, you were actually one of the better fights. I actually could feel myself, possibly not enjoying myself. I keep falling off of the thing. Chill. Chill. Hit his other wing from the other side. Could you not be doing the things that you're currently doing? I would like it so that I could see, but like you're giving me such a narrow thing and my camera does not turn fast enough. There we go. Yeah? We're gonna go, like, each phase all the way through? Or was that it? Okay, what a boss fight. Okay. What an incredible letdown. When they don't give you all 3 phases of Sinister Bluster when he kind of just goes down in one hit. Okay. You know, I was saving this boss rush for last because I was thinking the boss rush would be like something like super insane. It's not really that insane. Can I just like be one of you and just give this the old suck? I want to need to be hitting you constantly with this. I will talk about my full thoughts when we're all done. But yeah. There we go. I do think this refight of Muckety Muck, I think was its name, is a little bit more engaging than the first one, though. Instead of it just being a circular arena, you have to dodge a lot more things. So close. I'm gonna jump over again. back. Keep melting. I'm speaking words, so I'm not speaking words. Oh, it's like right there. There we go. And it's over. And wasn't that like the last one? Nope, there's still another. I need that heal. Alright, then the last one. Oh, we're doing Stomp and Clomper a third time. Okay. I suppose. I should just like throw it. His head. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Okay. Now's my chance so I can get up there. I think this last one's just supposed to feel like a victory lap. Because the gold, you just throw it at his head and he's gone. Alright, well I did it. Conquered Stomp and Clomper. And then it's actually perfect. It all lines up. Conquered the boss rush. There's 2 more bananas left, and they're related to our last objective. You wielded a victory! Such artful work. Alright then. Well, I've been live for 20 minutes. I mean, the gist of this, I literally had to grind for the rest of the bananas I needed. Because, again, I was doing grinding for banana chips for 2.5 hours. So. Hey there, DK, Pauline. Mind's made up. I'm ready for the biggest construction project of my whole career. This right here is going to be the site of the Baboon Town Restoration Project. Now open for funding. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. This one's gonna cost way more gold than the other projects. A bold con like you ain't gonna back down from an investment opportunity like this, are ya? All of it. All the money. All of it. You got yourself a deal, DK. Time to go to work. Alright! This is serious monkey business! Let's get to work! There's a cutscene for this? Oh shit, it's like the entire rest of the middle that was all gone. I was wondering where that went. What do you think? Good as new, eh? If you take a look around, you might even find a surprise or two. The top bit felt like it felt like I wanted a little bit of something extra, you know? It kept tugging at me, so I took the initiative. I figured it's a good spot for a tribute to the no-good musclehead who punched right through everyone's problems. Put a lot of hard work into this one. Go on, appreciate the craftsmanship. I do love it when clients aren't afraid to spend freely. I have a gift for a loyal customer like you. Here. A new piece of neckwear. Now? I have one banana left. It's a prototype necktie, you see, or perhaps you won't. Either way, enjoy. Well, hold on a second. Is this supposed to be just like, Odyssey's invisibility outfit? Where the hell's the damn wardrobe? Without the middle portion, I like don't know where everything else is. Where'd they move it to? It's all over there.
Should we teal
Odyssey has a thing for like beating the final level of the game. That's just like turns Mario completely invisible. And Poppy Kong's whole thing is invisibility. Invisible tie. Become invisible, but only to yourself. Enemies and friends will still see you.
looking good?
Great. No! What's the point? It's just to make the game hard. There's no, like, new game plus or anything in this game that I'm aware of. Why would you ever want this? You get, like, I thought it was going to be it, like, shows a floating necktie here. I thought it was going to be a floating necktie and then, like, Pauline just kind of sitting on top of nothing, which would have been funny. But it just turns everything invisible. Probably just for picture mode. You know what? I never thought about that.
Suits you.
I never thought about the fact that the invisibility outfit in Odyssey was just for taking better pictures. I never thought of that. Alright, well. We can go back this way then. And up we go. Sloppy handwriting. Hero of Ingot Isle, Donkey Kong. And right here at the top, he's going like Zam. Or trying.
A banana?
Yes. Yes, Pauline, that is what that is. I can't, like, zoom it in more from here. Sure. The best of the bunch. Well, there's actually one more banana. What the fuck is it? That's anticlimactic. What is it? Is there a banana for collecting all the other bananas? I actually don't know what it is. I was gonna suck up the statue, but now I don't want to. We will go back up here. And we will give him the old suck from the top down. Okay. In the K. Rool statue, there was more than one banana. I don't know where the last one is. I swear to God before that it would not let me buy more maps. Then where the hell is it? On the side of the crane?
Should we teal up?
Because that got added in the full restoration? Because it wasn't there before? It also won't let me climb this, so I have to... Oh, I even see it. It's on the left side of my screen when you're going up that, but I wasn't looking at the left side of my screen. Okay. Well.
Hey, a banana!
Claimed on the crane. Why do that? Why put that there? The one on top of Donkey Kong's head was supposed to be like the super climactic final one, and it's just like, why is this one also here? Well, there's all the Zebra Bonanza things, and that is every single banana in the entirety of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I can now track the number of bananas required to attempt banana rehearsals. Well, that doesn't really matter. 1,000 bananas have been eaten. That was, the 1,000th one was supposed to, just pretend that I did these in the opposite order. And is there just nothing? Does nothing else happen? Like, you're not gonna give me, like, a congratulations message on the screen or anything for eating 1,000 bananas? At least in, like, Mario Odyssey, there was, like, a whole, you know, emotional moment with Cappy at the end of the game. And, like, you could always see, like, all of your moons on the Odyssey or anything.
Should we teleport?
I mean... I can go to the planet core again? Oh boy. Is this the 100% completion reward? It won't let me turn the camera around. But after getting 100% completion, all of the red balloons now look like Donkey Kong's face. Wow. That's so great. We can go back to the Bananium route.
Should we teleport?
I'm supposed to get, like, one more song. So, like, I'm still missing the final song. Do I have to go through the credits again? Welcome back. It went well, huh? Oh, I'm just supposed to talk to this guy and he gives it to me.
Oh, nice!
Alright, well, there you go. I didn't even realize that you had to talk to this guy to get it. I thought it was going to be for getting all the bananas.
What should we do, DK?
Like, I'm looking at a guide for 100% completion, and literally all it says is that upon 100% completion, the design of the red balloon will be based off of Donkey Kong's face versus the clean and standard design. Balloon is a reference to the one-up balloons from Donkey Kong Country. And it just says the secret ending. Oh no, there is a secret ending. There is a secret ending. Go to the surface.
Aw, I've had so much fun. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. Okay, you ready for this?
Because we did this last time.
Please grant our wish. Wait, Bananza fruit?
And then it's going to play the reverse credits. The reverse Heart of Gold credits. And then we skip them. And that's the secret ending. Before, if you do this, it shows a bunch of New Donk City citizens in the background. But the secret ending is the exact same image. But you get to see all the animals and fractones instead. And they're all front row seats to the end. I don't have anything else to say. We did it. We've now 100%ed Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game is amazing. However, this, like, half-assed post-game does not feel like it needed to be here at all. But that's it. 777 bananas, all the fossils, and everything else. I really don't know what else to say about that. Obviously, when Bananza was first new, a little over a month ago now, where the hell's the damn teleport?
Should we
you know, I was thinking this was, like, you know, one of the greatest games ever, because, like, the whole thing about this game is the whole breaking the terrain thing. Because the breaking the terrain thing is so endlessly satisfying. Because you can just do this for such a long time and just always be making progress in the game. But with all of the layers, I legitimately thought that the game would end at layer 1000. Because it just felt like a point where the game would stop. You know, like, have the game end at layer 1000, but, or like, I don't know, maybe like the planet core is at 1000, but then you can go to like the opposite side and there'd be even more layers to explore or something, and there would be an extensive post-game with that. But layer 1000 was just kind of like a filler layer, and then it goes to another filler layer, and then it's like 2 more big layers, and then it just kind of like, and then it goes to 1600. Like, 1600 feels so weird for it to be the end of the game. Like, that's not like an even, like, 50, it would even be better if, like, 1500 was the planet core. But I had enjoyed going through all the layers. I did feel like it took a pretty long time to unlock more Bonanzas as it went on, because you get the Kong Bonanza at the start, and then you have to go all the way through Hilltop and Canyon, and then, you know, the Quick Divide, and then you get 2 in a row. And then it's, like, 2 more, like, really quick ones, and then you get the elephant. And then 2 more quick ones, and then you get the snake. And I think that, you know, destroying all of the terrain, again, it is endlessly satisfying. But I do like the skill tree for collecting all of the Banandium gems that increases your stuff. If I go to all the skills, I think a lot of this is very important, like, you know, being able to get more health, being able to collect more things better, being able to punch better, unlocking new moves to be able to do more things, and then just upgrading your abilities, and then all the stuff with the Bonanzas as well. It's very cool and interesting stuff to be able to have this. I think the fossils are okay as a thing to grab. But on future playthroughs, if I ever replay this game on my own, I probably won't be going for, like, any fossils at all, which defeats the whole completion thing. Like, I'll just grab them as I go and not even, like, go out of my way for them. And I'll just take what I get, because I never had any reason to switch off of what I had. Like, in terms of the, all the pants that you can get, the entire game, I was wearing the traction pants that you get on, like, the freezer layer, or the canyon layer. I think you get these on, because it stops it increases your speed in mud and snow. And I think I got this on the canyon layer, and I had this the entire game. I never had a reason to change, because mud was a very common hazard to walk on, and snow was also a thing that was just there, so it helped me move faster. And I didn't really care about reducing my damage taken from other things, because I was never taking a lot of damage. I, like, waited so long in the game to upgrade my health, because I didn't really need to do that. I personally like to keep Donkey Kong in his basic color. I do think all of these color options are cool. Some of these are references to Smash Ultimate alternate costumes, and some of these are just, you know, like, original palettes and stuff. I do think that's a very cool thing to do. I personally just like to keep Donkey Kong basic. With all the ties, I never had a reason to switch off of the treasure tie that you get on the Lagoon layer, because the more treasure chests I'm getting, the more maps I'm getting, which allows me to find more fossils and more gems. Why would I want to not collect the collectibles? I don't think getting more Bananargy is worth it, because you're constantly getting it from collecting all the gold you're getting from the treasure tie. You're not battling a lot of enemies all the time. You don't really need more health. The only other useful tie in the game is, like, the Banandium chip tie, and then, like, you don't even get the soggy cravat until the planet core. And then in terms of Pauline's outfits, I was just switching her outfit to, like, the next one I'd be getting for the next Bananza I'd be getting, and then, like, the next one would become kind of obsolete. I do really like these. They're very cute. But, like, I would mostly just stay in the elephant one, after I got that. But I tried to, like, you know, change the outfit just to have, like, a different spice of outfit. I do think these are pretty neat to extend the Bananza times, because this is just straight up better than every other Bananza thing, but you don't get it until post-game. And then the mining gear is obviously for money grinding. And the diva dress is also just for music disc grinding. Sadly, there's no other hat options other than the mining helmet you get in post-game. But, like, just get the fossils on the canyon layer to get the traction bridges, and then you never have to switch off of that for, like, the entire game. Because this, like, nothing is, like, that difficult. I do think the difficulty of this game is fine. Still, I wish the boss fights were a little bit better. Because you kinda just do them all instantly, and you kinda just move on to the next thing. There were some layers that had, like, multiple boss fights in a row. Like, you do a mini boss fight, and then a little bit later you do the actual boss fight of the thing. But still, so many boss fights in this game took, like, 30 seconds to a minute. And I was kind of disappointed by the boss rush just now, because, like, even some of the stronger bosses kind of just took no time at all in the refights. I feel like overall, this game is incredibly fun, but on future playthroughs, if I ever replay this game in the future, I probably just won't even touch the post-game. I'll beat the game, I'll do the stuff in Ingot Isle Cave-In to, like, do the boss rush and the other thing to get the bananas there. But I think the whole going back... I think the post-game is such a massive letdown. Because you're going back to every layer and you're only getting, like, 2 bananas in each layer until you do the Bananza rehearsals, which are fun challenges. I do like those a lot, even if some of them are a little bit jank. But, like, going to the canyon layer, going to the sinkhole and changing my outfit to get one banana and then moving on is like, that's so lame. Mario Odyssey has so many different power moons in every area, and then the post-game, you hit the moon rock, it unlocks like another like 30 to 60 more power moons to collect. And they're all in fun and different challenges. Like, there's so many more spread throughout the kingdoms, and more new challenges show up, and there's more platforming challenges and more things to do in every single area of the game, instead of just going back to Lake Kingdom. And then there's just like a power moon sitting on a pedestal somewhere, and you grab it and then leave. There's like a lot more to do, even in small kingdoms like the Lake Kingdom. Even stuff like Cloud Kingdom, which was just a boss fight in Mario Odyssey. The post-game adds, I think, maybe like 20 or 30 power moons in that area, or something like that. I don't remember. But it's like it's all like a lot of stuff to do, and the reward for even if the power moons don't actually do anything else that much, you still need, I think, like 550 or 600 power moons or something to get to like Darker Side. So you'll still have to collect a lot of moons to get to like the true final area of the game, and then everything else is just extra. But the reward for collecting the power moons, I've seen a lot of people say that like collecting the power moons is not rewarding because there's so many of them. But there's always usually an interesting challenge related to actually collecting them. Yeah, there's some that are kind of just out and about, but most of the time there's like stuff to actually do with them. A lot of the Donkey Kong Bananza Bananium gems, some of them were just kind of buried, and you just had to like dig and find them, which I guess incentivizes the whole digging system and stuff. But I will say, I thought the game was kind of getting a little bit old by 1000. One, because I was expecting the game to end by then, and two, it just kind of feels like it goes on a little bit longer than it should. Like, I feel like there should have just been maybe like 2 sinkholes on the canyon layer to go through, and then just skipping the whole divide. And then having them, like, you know, culminate. Maybe even doing the thing in, like, the resort layer instead of having, like, this junction area. But the resort layer, there's, like, barely anything going on here in the entire thing. The landfill layer is kind of like a home for the eels and the fractones a little bit. But, like, the whole racing layer, it's, like, it's just there to have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in the game. Or Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, rather. Because they don't do anything else. They show up for 20 minutes and then they're completely irrelevant. It's just, like, a little bit of surprise that they're there. And I feel like the groove layer maybe should have been, like, earlier or something. I don't know. The feast layer is cool, but, like, it gives you hints that there used to be lions and, like, giraffes in this underground world, but then doesn't actually, like, show them. It just shows the fractones related to them. I don't even know why the feast layer was here. Like, yeah, it's funny that it's a carnival and they have, like, giant banana burger, but I don't understand why it's here. I feel like it could have just gone from Radiance layer, you get jump scared into the groove layer, and then it should just go straight from the groove layer straight to the forbidden layer, and then, like, go into the planet core after that. Because, like, yeah, I enjoyed the feast layer. It just doesn't feel like it's entirely relevant to everything else. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, this game was fantastic, and I enjoyed so much of it. But once you beat the thing and then look back at it in retrospect, you find all of the things that were not as great about the game that you played. Maybe someday I'll do a Let's Play of Mario Odyssey on the channel. I did replay Odyssey on stream back in 2020, but then again, that's another one of those games, if you keep up with stuff I do on my channel. There's a lot of games I streamed in 2020 that I never actually made Let's Plays on, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my channel back then, because it was only year 2 of me doing content back then. So I have replayed a couple of those games, like Okami. I have done an 100% playthrough of Okami on the channel now. Because my first time playing that was in 2020, and then I never made a Let's Play on it. But I did replay Odyssey, I think, around like October 2020, and then I never made a Let's Play on it. So yeah, that's it. I feel like Mario Odyssey does a little bit more to celebrate your accomplishments, because once you get all the power moons in the game, there's a whole thing you can do where you go to Peach's castle, and there's like a big top hat on the castle, and it gives you, if you like go up there, it gives you like a big celebratory cutscene of like, congratulations, you did it. This game doesn't do that. It just kind of stops. I really, really wish that the whole Pauline quest at the end actually culminated in something. Like, yeah, she's even more confident in herself now. And that is cool. And you get to see a screenshot of her performing. But, like, there couldn't have been, like, this different voice actress for young Pauline. There couldn't have been, like, a whole, like, jump-up superstar celebration cutscene at the very end of the game. Maybe not even anything that... Maybe it would just be a cutscene, you know? And then the credits start playing. But the whole end of this game, it goes from the super climactic high of finally seeing King K. Rool again after so long, and the whole King K. Rool climax is amazing, and then the post-game just kind of just dampers the rest of it. So, that's it. That's Donkey Kong Bonanza. As far as I'm aware, the balloons now look like Donkey Kong's face, and that's my reward. And just like Bikeborb said, the best game with the worst post-game is really how you describe it. Because I don't know what else to say, and there's nothing else left to do. I will also even say with this post-game, the way I think this game is meant to be played is not the way I played it, which is stupid. Because I want to be able to go around and find all of the things that you can find in the game. But by doing so, it makes the post-game bad. So what you want to do on your next playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza is that you want to go through the game not caring about any of the collectibles. Collect all the bananas you see along the way, collect all the fossils you see along the way. Beat the game as fast as humanly possible, so that way the post-game will actually have all of the rest of the bananas that you missed. You're able to then go back to all the different layers and have all the bonanzas. So that way you could be using something like the elephant bonanza on like the canyon layer and going through all the terrain on the canyon layer and digging out everything with the elephant bonanza and grabbing all of that. Otherwise, there's absolutely nothing for you to do. A game that I'll say is kind of similar is Pikmin 4, where it wants you to go around and go to all the caves and collect all the treasure and rescue all the castaways, but then by the time you have beaten the game, there's nothing left to do, because a lot of the upgrades that you get in the game don't become relevant until after the game's already over. Namely, I can say the lineup trumpet that you literally cannot unlock. If you're collecting all of the musical treasures in the game, the final musical treasure is on, like, sub-level 2 of the final cave of the game. So go through the whole game, barely caring about anything, and then collect everything after you've already beaten the game, which doesn't feel right, because I want to go through the game and collect everything as I go, so that way I can check everything off my completion list of, like, okay, I've beaten 100% of the Sun-Speckled Terrace. Now I can go to do 100% of the second area that I forget the name of, but you get the thing. Because, like, in this game, I'm doing 100% of the Lagoon layer, and then I have no reason to go back there until post-game, where I do the thing. But, like, Hilltop layer. Hilltop layer, I collected everything on the Hilltop layer. The only thing I did there was just give the big banana cactus tree thing some money, and I got 3 bananas, and then I left. I'm really stretching for other things to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I think I've kind of done it. I guess a couple things I can mention really quick. is when I first got the Elephant Bonanza, I thought the song sounded a lot like the Big Chungus meme, and then I found out just last night that Siva Gunner made that exact thing. And, like, that's funny. Also, just yesterday, I missed this just yesterday, Juno Songs, he makes a lot of great music covers, and songs with lyrics and things, and I love it a lot. There's a lot of Splatoon covers that he's worked on that are fantastic. He just uploaded just yesterday an Ostrich Bonanza cover. And I really like that a lot, so go look up Juno's songs and listen to the Ostrich Bonanza with lyrics, because it's fantastic. And I guess the Kong Bonanza was cool. The Zebra Bonanza was meh. The Ostrich Bonanza is my favorite for the music alone. The Snake Bonanza is fun for platforming traversal. And the Elephant Bonanza sucks. Because that's what it does. Hey, I'm recording this part in the future. It's been a few days since I have beaten this game now, and right here, I was just kind of rambling for another couple minutes and then just kind of ended the series there. But I want to have a couple more actual coherent thoughts now that it's been a few days since I've beaten the game. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Super Mario Odyssey, and how it compares to my thoughts on Bonanza. I think for a game that has so much exploration in it, being Donkey Kong Bonanza, that you go through all these massive layers and there's so much to do and so much to see, it really doesn't incentivize it. It has a lot of things that you think would incentivize it, but it really doesn't. I have now watched the video of Small Ant's playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and his playthrough is kind of insane because he plays the thing however he wants to, and genuinely speaking here, he kind of just makes the game his bitch. Like, he does every single possible thing you can do to skip things on purpose just because he could. I mentioned before, you're able to skip Bonanzas in this game. He beat the entirety of this game, I believe. I have to double check, but I think completely with only having the Kong and Zebra Bonanzas, and that's it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But he skipped so much stuff, and there was, like, genuinely so much incredible platforming that he did to actually manage to do it. Like, the entire final segment with K. Rool at the end, it took him, like, 4 hours to make, a bridge. Like, he went into 2-player mode and was using Pauline's 2-player mode attack to make bridges for 4 hours to get across. But, like, you can skip all that, but then you don't interact with what the game wants you to do, which is that it wants you to go around, it wants you to explore, it wants you to grab golden Bananium gems, it wants you to get the fossils, it wants you to buy the stuff from the shops, it wants you to get upgrades, but you can beat the game without doing that at all. And I know something maybe like Zelda, like in Breath of the Wild, you can get off the Great Plateau and go straight to Ganondorf and stuff like that, and yeah, I suppose you could. That is a way to play the game. You don't explore the world and stuff, but I feel like in this game it's a little bit different, considering you're going all the way down in the underground world, and you see all these bananas and stuff to collect and stuff. I think by the end of his playthrough, he had like 200 out of the 777 required bananas, or to, like, get the 100% in the menu for, like, collecting all the bananas and stuff there. And then eventually later on he went for 100% in all of that. So, I don't know why it's like that. I feel like I actually like Mario Odyssey structure more, because in Mario Odyssey, you have to find a certain amount of power moons to make it to the next kingdom, which lets you engage with the game. You go around, explore the kingdom, find little nooks and crannies, do the platforming challenges, you find the stuff, and if you don't want to continue, that's fine. Once you get the required amount of stuff, you've seen the world, you can leave. You can beat the game without fighting any of the main bosses. That's how all the speedruns do it. You can literally go collect how many power moons you need in Sand Kingdom, and then just leave and go straight to the next one without having to fight like Harriet in the on the inverted pyramid, or going underground and fighting the helmet guy, like the Moai guy down there. Like, you don't even have to do that. But at least you're like engaging with the game on some level. You can go straight from the Lagoon Lair in this game, like fight the croc for the key, and then go down, and then you can literally do like a speedrun skip with chunk jumps, like surf turf chunk jumps over to the Kong Elder, get the Kong Bonanza, and then immediately leave and go fight the boss at the bottom. And you just don't engage with anything in the game. So I think that's a little bit of a lame thing. This game, on all of the regular layers, they all have a lot of different bananas, and they all have, like, you know, like the 61 or 30 different, like, fossils to collect. I want to check here in the collection. Go to Lagoon Lair. Like, Lagoon Lair has, aside from, actually, Lagoon Lair is a slightly bad example. I don't remember how many was here before. I want to say it was around, like, 40 or something bananas, because we did the Kong Bonanza rehearsal and everything else that was here. So it was somewhere around, I think, like, 45 bananas or something on this layer. And then here, there was, like, on the hilltop, it was smaller. There was, like, 35 or something. Canyon Layer had a whole bunch of stuff. This had 80 on it. The Divide was small and had nothing. Freezer Layer was massive, and, like, excluding the Bonanza rehearsal, it was around, I think, like 70 something. This had around like 74, 75 or something, and it spreads them all out, but not very evenly in all of these, because some of these areas have like stuff in like the 70s or 80s to collect and all of that. But not every single banana is one banana, because there's sometimes you get the triple bunches of bananas, and then sometimes there's the whole bunches of 5 that you get for doing other major things, especially in Ingot Isle Cave-In, all of these things at the end. It may say 777 bananas up there, but that's not actually true, because you have more than that, because some of these are bunches of 5. All of these things here are all bunches of 5, and then there's some that are bunches of 3. So I was taking a look at some of the stuff in Odyssey. This game has 16 layers to it. Some of them have, like, barely anything on it. They have, like, 10. Like, even the ones with 10. If we go down to the junction, 2 of the bananas here are actually bunches of 5, so you actually get 10 in here. But all it is just fighting the boss on the previous layer, and it counts for the bananas here. So I looked up, this game has 16 different areas to it. Mario Odyssey has 17, with 3 of them being the post-game areas, right? Yeah, because the Mushroom Kingdom's unlocked afterward, and then you have Dark and Darker Side, so 17 areas in Mario Odyssey. I was looking up all the Power Moons in Sand Kingdom. There's 89 Power Moons in Sand Kingdom, but only 61 of them are available on your first visit, and the rest of them you can only get in the post-game. But that still gives you, like, 20-something Power Moons to collect in the post-game. I mentioned the Lake Kingdom. I had this up. I mentioned the Lake Kingdom as an example of, like, you're not going there collecting 1 Power Moon and leaving in the post-game, like you're going here, going to one area, collecting 1 banana. I looked up Lake Kingdom. There's a whole bunch of moons here. There's 42 total Power Moons, and moons 34 through 42 are available after you do it. So it's, you know, there's still like 8 more Power Moons to collect there. It's not like you're not collecting nothing. Even if it is a small area, there's still stuff to it. I want to actually look up Cloud Kingdom All Moons. Because Cloud Kingdom is literally just a boss fight against Bowser for plot. And in the post-game, there's actually stuff to do there. In Cloud Kingdom, there is still, like, moons 1 and... This guide I'm seeing on Polygon, it says Power Moons 1 and 2 are available after you beat Bowser at the end of the campaign. Power Moons 3 and 9 are available after you beat Bowser the final time and smash the Moon Rock. So there, even if it's still a boss arena, there's still challenges to do there, and you still get, like, 6 Power Moons there. And Ruined Kingdom had, like, I think, like, a couple hidden Power Moons beforehand, but then in the post-game, there's still more. There's, like, 10 Power Moons in Ruined Kingdom, and there's, like, actually, like, a couple of them are hidden, but some of them are also, like, platforming challenges and, like, other mini-games and things you need to do to collect them. And it's like, where is all of that? Like, you could easily have... What they could have done is that there's plenty of different bonus levels in this game. You punch the door, and you go into, like, an abstract area that has 3 bananas in it. 2 of them are on the normal path, and 1 of them's hidden. They couldn't have just added, like, a couple anything to that? Like, a couple extra doors showing up, because at least you have, like, something new to do? The other thing... There was another thing that I looked up. In Mario Odyssey, I don't think there's any moons that come in bunches of 5. I don't think. They're all... Multi-moons are all bunches of 3, if I remember correctly. And I looked it all up, and there's 22 different multi-moons, adding up to 66 of the Power Moons that you can get in there. And just looking this up, there is 880 different Power Moons to collect in Mario Odyssey, and then sadly... 119 of those Power Moons you have to buy from the shop to get the maximum 999/1000 Power Moons. But only 124 of them are required to beat the game, which is fine because it lets you engage with the game. And 880 is not required. I think you need like 500 or 600 to get to Darker Side, which is like has like the true final level in it. But then you're actually, like, going around collecting all the moons and doing things. And I mentioned this earlier. There's so many times I've heard people say, oh, the Power Moons are so not worth collecting in the game. They don't do anything. But the thing that they do are the platforming. You go into the different sub-areas, and you do cool platforming challenges, and you explore the kingdoms, and find them in all the things, and you want to find all the secrets. The thing with Donkey Kong Bonanza is... you could just not do any of it. You don't have to do any of it. Also, something I completely forgot to mention, because I didn't even really register it, the Donkey Kong statue they build as this final trophy is actually Donkey Kong's old design and not his new one for Bonanza, which I think is kind of a neat reference. I don't know how I didn't notice it, but I did afterwards. So it's like, what's going on there? So, again, Donkey Kong Bonanza, for this first playthrough, I absolutely adored this game. Don't get me wrong. All the enjoyment and excitement you saw throughout this playthrough, it's all genuine. I'm not faking any of that. I loved playing through this game. I'm just very upset that there's not a lot extra. Because, again, it may have said in this collection that there's 777 total bananas. All of these add up to 777, but if you go in the completion, which I think is this button, and then go here, I have 1,000 of them. I didn't have to buy 200 different Banandium gems from the chip exchange. I only had to buy around like 60 total because of everything I bought throughout the game and everything I had to get in the post game to get to the 1,000 total. So they kind of cheat that. So I don't even remember what it was before. I'd have to look it up if I really wanted to know. But like, it's all of it. It's just I say all these things. It's all slightly disappointing. And like I said before, if I ever replay this game, I have no incentive to do anything. Because the game physically wants you to skip everything so you can get to the planet core as fast as possible, and then beat the game. You unlock all, even if you skip the Bananzas, you unlock all the Bananzas automatically after beating King K. Rool. And then you go through all of the underground and collect all the bananas, because that's when the game actually wants you to collect them, because there's nothing else to do. Because you need to be collecting the Bananzas, or the Bananium gems, to get enough bananas to do the Bananza rehearsals, so that's actually an incentive to collect the bananas. It's all weird and stuff, and again, do not get me wrong here. I loved Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game is a very good game. It is a fantastic 3D platformer that has great challenges and an amazing story. I loved going through layer to layer, seeing Pauline's story growth, seeing the Void Company. King K. Rool at the very end of the game was an amazing twist and whatnot. It's just that I wish there was a little bit more. And on top of that, like, other games that I play, I mentioned Odyssey. It doesn't have a big completion reward, but the Odyssey balloon becomes golden and you get a special cutscene that you can unlock. I just finished also the Star-Crossed World DLC for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And things that Kirby games do. They acknowledge your efforts, that you have, collected all of the collectibles, that you've done everything. They tell you did such a good job for collecting everything. There's other games around that I am forgetting off the top of my head, but there's definitely other games out there that I have played. Even Pokemon. I can take Pokemon for an example. Like, completing the Pokédex is really an optional thing, but at least for completing the Pokédex, they give you a little certificate, and it's there. You have a little image that says, "Congratulations, trainer, you have collected all of the Pokemon in the Paldia region. You are such a great trainer," and it acknowledges your effort. At least it's a postcard, but at least it acknowledges your effort and tells you that you did a good job. I genuinely was expecting, once I ate the 1000th banana, that the game would be like, it would have like a splash screen, like the yellow splash screen that happens when like I collected the Bonanza abilities and did other stuff, that would say like, "You've eaten all the bananas in the underground world. You must be hungry, aren't you?" Or something along those lines. And then maybe like unlocking a new outfit for Pauline, or a new tie for Donkey Kong, or literally anything at all. When the main collectible is Donkey Kong eating bananas, and you eat 1000 bananas and there's nothing to show for it, the game doesn't even tell you about the red balloon thing. They could at least say, "Oh, you've eaten 1000 bananas. Have a special balloon as a bonus," or something. Just say anything. If I would not be complaining about this if it just a small splash screen showed up and said, "Congratulations, you did it." Because yeah, I now have, I keep pressing the wrong button. Now, yeah, I have all the Bonanza ability. I have all the skills unlocked. You're not gonna do anything with that? Like, no reward for, like, you've collected everything? I mean, I guess, because you do need pretty much all of the Bonanza abilities to get the golden ones from the Bonanza rehearsals, and this is kind of just like a bonus and stuff like that. I'm just wishing there was a little bit more. I hated that I had to grind for 2.5 hours on a bonus level to get enough Banandium chips to buy all the rest of the bananas that I needed. I do not feel like my hard work of grinding for 2.5 hours paid off at all. At least in Mario Odyssey, all of the other Power Moons are bought with coins, so you don't need a secondary currency to buy the Power Moons. The purple coins in Odyssey are kind of just for cosmetic stuff, like extra cosmetic things. And then there's even more costumes that got added to Odyssey. They're all coins. I've 100%ed. I've played Odyssey all the way through twice, and I 100%ed it both times. And even then, in Odyssey, they added so many extra costumes post-launch that all require so many coins to collect, but there's a really good coin grinding spot in Bowser's Kingdom. And I sat there and grinded that because I wanted to get the cool outfits and stuff. In this game, there's not that. Like, you need the money to buy the Bananium gems, but you also need the chips, so you need to be grinding the secondary currency. If it was just gold to buy them, I also probably wouldn't be complaining. One last complaint is that you cannot buy the Bananium gems in bulk. So every single time, I have to click the chip exchange guy, click confirm, go, oh, banana! And then Donkey Kong turns around to face the camera while doing that, so he's not actually facing the chip exchange guy. So then I have to turn back around and interact with the chip exchange guy, so I can click the button and go, oh, banana! And then do it over and over again, and it's really fucking annoying. So I think I've said all I need to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza now, as like 40 to 50 minutes of this video was just my review of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Coming up next on the channel is, I originally had said in my original ending, I did not know what the next Let's Play was going to be. I know what the next Let's Play is going to be. I was thinking about a couple different games about what I wanted to do next, and this could age hilariously. So I had originally said at the end of Kirby, and then I said it at the end of this, but I'm cutting that out, that there was a rumored Nintendo Direct for this week that was talked about maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is confirmed, and the day I'm uploading this video, that just happened. It was confirmed, and then it was confirmed that it's an hour-long Nintendo Direct. So if you haven't seen it, my reaction to the Nintendo Direct is up on YouTube right now, because I'm going to be uploading this video after I'm done reacting to the Direct that has not yet happened for me, but will have happened after you've seen this video. I have decided that the next thing I want to play on the channel is Luigi's Mansion 3. I have decided on Luigi's Mansion 3 because that game came out in 2019. I was very, very new to doing Let's Plays at the time. And doing everything in that year. The 5 Let's Plays I did in 2019 was Steven Universe Save the Light. That was my first Let's Play. Pokepark Wii Pikachu's Adventure. Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond. Oh no, it was Steven Universe first, then Pikmin 2 Lands of Torture as my second Let's Play, because I wanted to play a Pikmin 2 ROM hack because I wanted to play Pikmin 2. Then Pokepark Wii, then Pokepark 2, and then Pikmin 251 as the major brand new big ROM hack that was coming out, that had come out at that time. And that kind of was like the first Let's Play on my channel that took off and got me to where I am today. So I never did a Let's Play on Luigi's Mansion 3. I played it on stream back then, but I never made a Let's Play on it. I then later replayed the game in 2020 at the exact same time Pikmin 3 Deluxe was coming out. So I did the playthrough on the channel of Pikmin 3 Deluxe Ultra Spicy, but I never did the Let's Play on Luigi's Mansion 3. So now it's been 5 years since I have played Luigi's Mansion 3. Typically every year on this channel I play Luigi's Mansion or a Luigi's Mansion ROM hack, which I also do plan on doing for Halloween this year, is a different Luigi's Mansion ROM hack that I want to play. And as of right now, I don't know what's coming out next, because that Nintendo Direct hasn't happened for me yet, so I don't know what's coming out soon. So they could shadow drop something, but it would be hilarious if I announced I'm doing Luigi's Mansion 3, but they just announced Luigi's Mansion 4, because it's been 6 years since Luigi's Mansion 3 came out, and I would pop the fuck off and laugh if Luigi's Mansion 4 gets announced today, or had gotten announced today when you're seeing this. But I want to play it because right now there is a Pikmin 2 ROM hack that I want to play that is Halloween related. I was going to do that soon, but it was confirmed that an update is coming out to that, and I want to wait till that update comes out because there's going to be new treasures and new caves and stuff in the update. So I want to do that when that happens, and I'm going to hope that happens early October, so I can start doing that then, and not have to wait till the end of October, because I hate it when spooky games release on Halloween. Luigi's Mansion 3 was a game that released on Halloween, so you can play it for one day, and then the season is over, because then we're transitioning into Christmas. So, playing Luigi's Mansion 3 now is the perfect transition into Halloween. Mid-October, Pokemon Legends ZA comes out. Also in October is Yuka Replayly, which I will be playing. I just don't think I'll be doing it at launch because of Luigi's Mansion 3 and Pokemon happening. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted comes out late October, which I will be playing because I can do long play videos on that. Because that's not going to be like a full episodic Let's Play. As far as I know at the moment, Kirby Air Riders comes out late November. And we will probably today, as you're seeing this, have release dates for Age of Imprisonment and Metroid Prime 4. So whenever those are happening, I'm playing those too. So we'll see what happens. So the day that this is being uploaded is Friday. I've been playing an Undertale mod called Red and Yellow, which is amazing, and if you haven't seen it, you should check that out. I was planning on today streaming the Genocide route to Undertale Red and Yellow, and then tomorrow on Saturday doing stream number 1 of Luigi's Mansion 3, having that get uploaded on Monday next week. Or for episode 1. So that's what's coming soon to the channel. I like to talk about what's coming soon at the end of every Let's Play that I do. So that is it. I think that is everything I have to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza and everything I have to say about everything else. The entire rest of this Let's Play was all streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so because they do have a lot to offer, including this 100% Let's Play of Donkey Kong Bonanza and many, many other games on the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Release date. Release date. Release date. December! Oh my god, December! December! What is this, Sonic? Wait, this is fucking Bananza. This is Bananza. I just finished the game!
This island is...
It's DK Island! I just finished the game!
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza.
What?
This new edition lets you barrel around DK Island.
What?
The home of some familiar faces.
What? What?
And if you finish the main game story, Void Kong will offer you a position in the ranks of the Void Company.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah?
Ready!
Your mission? Collect as much shiny green ore as you can in Emerald Rush. Meet your emerald quota within the time limit to clear each round.
Yeah?
The key to amassing emeralds is collecting fossils to gain perks.
Everyone's talking about spoilers. Yeah, it kinda is.
Collect a fossil, and you'll get to pick from 3 random ones.
Is this a fucking Donkey Kong Bonanza
Perks have
roguelike?
different effects,
Is this the
like
roguelike
getting
direct?
more emeralds from defeated enemies, or more jam-packed treasure chests. There are all sorts to choose from. Gain and stack perks, then collect oodles of emeralds. You can also smash Banandium gems to gain random skills that power up Donkey Kong.
It's the
during your
fucking
run.
Donkey Kong Bonanza roguelike mode.
Your perks and skills reset after each run.
Run. Donkey Kong Bonanza
Also,
roguelike
Banandium
mode.
locations stay the same. Refine your winning strategy with each
Ah,
go.
Stridge. Ridge.
When a run ends, you'll earn in-game rewards based on how well you did. Playing can net you new
Oh my
factions
god.
and statues to display on DK Island. Plus, you'll get to play Emerald Rush on more layers.
Oh my god, the Let's Play never ends!
Take on the challenge.
The
to
Let's Play
play
never
the
ends!
The Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island.
What are you
and
talking about?
DLC launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Guess we're not
Plus, a
done!
free demo of the main game will also be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I was gonna release the finale today.
DK Island and
I literally, like, I have the thing scheduled to go up after this stream is over.
Emerald Rush.
And I talk about the next Let's Play that I'm doing. I have to record another segment.
Take a look at this.
I'm putting this, I need to re-edit the video to put this in the video. So here's the thing, right? Donkey Kong Bonanza roguelike game mode, for some fucking reason, right? Looking for the thing here. So, here's the deal, right? I have literally right here, quite literally right here, I have to get rid of something here, quite literally right here, this is the YouTube channel. It's right here. I was gonna unprivate this video when the stream is done, because this is the finale. We just finished the game. Like, the game is done, this is the finale. I even recorded an extra 25 minutes, because most of this video is the very end of the game, and then, like, 50 minutes of this is, like, my talking about my review of Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I recorded an extra 25 minutes to tack onto this after the fact because I had more cohesive thoughts on Bonanza, which I'm gonna take this now, delete this video, take everything from this reveal, put it at the end of this to confirm that we're back to playing more Donkey Kong Bonanza. Long story short, was very disappointed with the post-game, wish there was a little bit more. This is why, because they announced paid DLC just now, as I just finished the game. So, I want to play this today. As you know, the Undertale 10th anniversary is coming up. Over the last 3 weeks, I've played the mod for Undertale Red and Yellow, and I planned on streaming the Genocide route to Undertale Red and Yellow today, and I said I might push that back if things change. Something I just talked about at the end of this video for Donkey Kong Bonanza, that I'm going to talk about right now, is that I confirmed what the next Let's Play is. The next Let's Play that I wanted to do is Luigi's Mansion 3, for the reasons I had just stated, but I'll reiterate. Tomorrow is the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Bros., and I streamed Luigi's Mansion 3 years ago. It's been 5 years since I last played Luigi's Mansion 3, and playing Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to lead us directly into October for Legends ZA. So, you know, that's that. But now Bonanza doesn't want to end. So, spoilers for Donkey Kong Bonanza, if you're watching this reaction and not watching this from the finale of Donkey Kong Bonanza. At the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza, you do this thing with Pauline to go back to all the or all the Bonanza elders, and then you just kind of do that, and then the game's over, and like there's no celebration. Going back to DK Island, and Void Kong is not dead, and it's a fucking roguelike, like my favorite thing in the universe. It's fantastic. So I don't know what I'm doing today. I've gotten like 5 hours of sleep. I went to bed at like 2 a.m., woke up around 7, and then stayed up till 9 to, you know, stream this, and now it's 10. And I want to do the Undertale Red and Yellow Genocide. Do I just stream all day long? Do I just go play Undertale Yellow, or Undertale Red and Yellow, do the Genocide route and feel bad about myself, and then play Donkey Kong Bonanza to feel good about myself again, so I can start having that go up next week? Because tomorrow I wanted to play Luigi's Mansion 3! I could honestly do a Luigi's Mansion 3 stream on Sunday instead, and play Bonanza tomorrow, so I could do a bunch of this, and see how long this DLC actually is. But it's a roguelike. You know, they added a roguelike mode to Splatoon 3, and I played that roguelike mode for like 50 hours. Let's see. They just added the demo to Donkey Kong Bonanza. $20, man. Fucking $90 video game right here, everybody. Where the hell is Legends? There we go. Pokemon Legends ZA. Nintendo Switch 2. What? This is actually fucking insane. Okay, so you mean to tell me that Pokemon Legends ZA releases for $60 with a $10 upgrade for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, with a $30 paid DLC to make this an $100 video game? Pokemon always releases in 2 separate versions so they can scalp you for your money. Legends Arceus didn't do that, and if they want to make their money by not having 2 versions, this is the way they're doing it. I'm gonna be fully transparent with you. I do make a decent amount of money from working retail, like my job that I do outside of my stream. A lot of the money, I know I put toward food and stuff, but there's a decent amount of money that I would just put away for just miscellaneous random things. And I'll tell you, it's not the most responsible thing I've ever done, but I'm starting to regret it. You know, a couple years ago I was buying a bunch of Pokemon cards, and I did a bunch of Pokemon card videos, but I've done stuff that's like more stupid than doing that with some of my extra money. And I won't say I have a lot of money. Like, I have what I would consider to be a lot of money for someone who doesn't like money. I don't like money. Please subscribe, and please like the video, and please hit the bell, and please turn off restricted mode so you can actually see my goddamn videos, because YouTube implemented this thing called restricted mode, where it almost automatically turns on for some people, and it makes it so that you can't see my fucking videos. If you turn on restricted mode, it blocks every single video I've made within the last year, besides like 15 videos, and I put out like 100 videos, like over hundreds of videos each year. So if you want to, you know, support me, you could do that, and also subscribe to me on Twitch. It's a couple dollars a month, and you can donate to me directly with also another link there. But I hate money. I hate money so much. I hate that I have to say these things to my audience and be like, hey, please do all these things to help me out, but I fucking hate it so goddamn much. Please give me money. I hate it so much. I hate money. Please give me money. So, you know, there's that. So I guess with all that said and done, Donkey Kong Bonanza's not over. Thank you very much for watching. Stream series live, twitch.tv/Pokeball35. Link in the description down below. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including this now even longer playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and many other things on the channel as well. I will see you soon with the DLC that apparently now exists.
Look at us, so big and small, two together through it all. Heart of gold, a wish come true. You and me, unbreakable.